Hi, Scott. Good to be with you and the gang again. We watched the Cleveland Browns tonight. You can't watch them without thinking of number 32, Jim Brown, who, at the age of 87, passed away this last May. Jim Brown was larger than football. Long after he hung up his cleats, he promoted social change on just about every level. But on the gridiron, I'm 68. I remember the second half of his career, but I have a feeling that most of you out there are a little bit younger than me, and so you only know him from the films, which is why tonight it's important that we do a very special version of the Fastest 3 Minutes celebrating the great number 32. As a rookie for the Cleveland Browns in 1957, in one game against the Rams, he threw everybody out of his way, and he ran for 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. You gotta love the old black and white footage. And at the goal line, don't even bother. He ran for a record 1,527 yards in 1958 in a 12-game season. He averaged 5.9 yards a carry. He was gone again. 1959, the burst from the right side, the power, and he's through. Brown ran for 1,300 yards. By the way, he led the NFL in rushing 8 out of his 9 seasons with Cleveland. 1960. Another rushing championship against the Eagles. They tried to trip him up. He couldn't go all the way. 1962. Yes, he was a great athlete. All-American lacrosse player, maybe the best ever. He could catch, he could move, and he could run. Again, could go all the way. In 1964, the final NFL championship for the Cleveland Browns. Number 32 and his teammates crushed the Baltimore Colts 27-0. Jim ran for 114 yards, had 3 catches for 37, and the Browns, read them, they are the NFL champions. The next year, Cleveland got back to the championship game in the mud and the snow at Lambeau Field. Brown had close to 100 yards, but in the end, it was too much Lombardi's Packers, and what turned out to be his final game, Cleveland lost 23-12. He ended with 12,312 yards, a Ruthian figure which stood for almost 2 decades. Walter Payton passed Jim, and Emmett passed Walter Payton. He's still 11th all-time in rushing, and he hasn't played for over half a century. Remember, half of his career were 12-game seasons, the other half were 14. And 104 yards a game? You gotta be kidding me. Respect from the greatest players in the game? This is one of my favorite pictures of all time. Hall of Fame a few years ago, 12 of the Hall of Fame running backs surrounded Jim Brown knowing that he was royalty. Matter of fact, I like the picture so much I accidentally photobombed it myself. It's pretty simple to me. Any discussion of the greatest player in NFL history must include Jim Brown.